Hey folks, how you doing? This is Wayne S. Pierce for American Liberty Radio Network, AmericanLibertyRadio.weebly.com. That is our backup site. Currently doing some things with the main site, kind of laying out some logistics and, laying out some things there, just making it a whole lot easier for you to navigate, Anyway, AmericanLibertyRadio.weebly.com is the website. Please check it out. Comey's back in the news. Yep. Former FBI Director James Comey is back in the news. I don't... I'm going to say this. I was going to go into this big tirade about Washington, D.C., but I'll say it very briefly, and that's this. When people say it's the district of criminals, yeah, pretty much. Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much what it is. Jerome Corsi, Infowars.com, 7th of June, 2017, confirmed Comey planted inside FBI as Clinton fixer. Former FBI director made sure Clintons were never prosecuted. FBI Director James Comey is a Clinton fixer with a long history of running interference with the Department of Justice to make sure the Clintons are never prosecuted. A loyalty that the Clintons have repaid in corporate board appointments that have earned Comey millions of dollars. Early encounters, Whitewater and Mark Rich. Comey's involvement protecting Hillary goes back to the mid-1990s in Whitewater when Comey served as a special counsel to the Senate Whitewater Committee. Yeah. We now know from the 246 pages of previously undisclosed internal memos released by Judicial Watch from Ken Starr's Office of Independent Counsel investigation in 1998 that Department of Justice prosecutors had evidence that Hillary Clinton and her associate Webb Hubbell at the Rose Law Firm in Little Rock, Arkansas, were guilty of criminal fraud in the Whitewater affair. Hey, let's jump back a few more years prior to that. Okay, prior to that, in the Watergate scandal under President Nixon, she was fired from her position in that because of fraud and because of using the Constitution for whatever, using the law itself to mishandle or misrepresent or just completely, not do what was right. So let me continue. From 1987 to 1993, Comey, working in the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Southern District of New York, served as the DOJ prosecutor who oversaw the prosecution of Mark Rich, the billionaire oil trader convicted of tax fraud and trading with Iran during the embassy hostage crisis. Remember that? In 2001, when Bill Clinton decided on his last day in office to pardon Mark Rich, Comey oversaw the criminal investigation but decided there was no wrongdoing on Bill Clinton's part. Quote, despite public outcry over the evidence that Rich's ex-wife had donated to Hillary Clinton's Senate campaign, unquote. Yeah, there's a whole lot of stuff there, so I'm going to put that on American Liberty Radio podcast. The Clintons need to be in jail, period. Bottom line, I don't really give one rip what anybody says. I don't care what made-up, quote-unquote, evidence people have that say, no, they're lying and blah, blah, blah. Really? I know I've said it before and I'll say it again, but I'll say it with more emphasis. Today, as of the 7th of June, 2017, all the lefties, all the Democratic Socialists, all those people that are Sanders and Clinton supporters, they're now my enemy. I'm going to go after them full bore, and I'm going to expose them for who they are. And also help those that don't know why they are protesting against Trump or why they don't want peace, freedom, and security in this nation. I'm going to help them try to understand what the real issues are. That's basically what I'm going to do. Chelsea Clinton, speaking of the Clintons, offered $1 million for a DNA test proving Webster Hubble is not her father. Radio host offers cash to charity of Clinton's choice for third-party paternity test. Well, let's go there, shall we? Radio host Alex Jones offered $1 million to former first daughter Chelsea Clinton to take a paternity test proving she is the daughter of Bill Clinton. Let me say that again because it's very important. Alex Jones offered $1 million to former first daughter Chelsea Clinton to take a paternity test proving she is the daughter of Bill Clinton. Jones made the offer on Wednesday edition of Alex Jones Show while previewing an upcoming video showing Chelsea Clinton being confronted on her father's alleged rape by Juanita Broderick. Quote, "We also have a woman confronting Chelsea Clinton who is now the spitting image of Webster Hubble, no doubt," unquote, Jones said. And he goes on to say, quote, "In fact, I'll offer Chelsea Clinton $1 million to the charity of her choice, where she's looted billions out of Haiti and other places, so she doesn't care. $1 million to charity of her choice to have a third-party group do a maternity or paternity test on her, and you know she's Webster Hubble," unquote. I'm not even going to put that up there because I just read that. That's on Infowars.com because I'll tell you why. Because I don't, and in whatever manner it is presented, in whatever manner, whatever fashion the information is presented, if it has anything to do with the Clintons, yeah, it just makes me want to puke on my shoes. Let's go here before I get violently ill. British intelligence allowed terrorists to freely plot attack. PC culture let terrorists roam free while they planned attack on a city that took them in. John Bown, Infowars.com. The scum responsible for the murder and maiming of innocents on June 2nd, 2017 were allowed to operate freely as potential terrorists up until the attack took place thanks to British intelligence. It's a video, so I'm going to put that on American Liberty Radio podcast for you. Things are changing for American Liberty Radio Network. We're planning to upgrade some equipment and continue the remodel of sorts of the studio. So if you are so inclined to want to help, I would appreciate it very much. It keeps the lights on around here and keeps me caffeinated with coffee. So go to AmericanLibertyRadio.com, go to the sponsors page. There's a little link down there. It says become a patron. Click that, drop $1 in the kitty to help us do what we need to continue to bring you the truth and the facts. A play in New York features Donald Trump being stabbed to death. I'm not kidding you. I'm not going to read that. I'm not going to do any of that for you. I'm just going to copy and paste that into American Liberty Radio podcast. The left, and I'm going to say this in three ways here. The left, Democratic Socialists. The left, number one, wants to destroy everything about peace, freedom, liberty, and security for this nation. Period. End of sentence. Done. Secondly, the left, the Democratic Socialists, the Republican Fascists, the all those that are grouped into this little, area that are controlled by the shadow government, by the deep state, as it's called now, want to destroy the Constitution and the Bill of Rights of the United States of America, and by doing so, they want to enslave each and every single one of you. End of sentence, period. Number 3, there are people out there who are dumber than a box of rocks that ignore this completely. That's the thing. They ignore this completely. It's right out in front of you. It's staring you in the mug, and there you are, ignoring it. Pushing aside, going away, closing the door, doing this. I don't want it ruining my day, and blah, blah. End of sentence, period. If we don't fight for it, the liberal world order is going to kill our way of life. Did I not just say that? Economic Collapse, Michael Snyder. It's on Infowars.com. I'm putting that, the whole thing. You can read that. I'm not even gonna start reading that. You guys can go read that on your own. It is apparent to me, and I could have overlooked something, okay? I could have overlooked something, but it is apparent to me that I've never myself personally encountered anyone who was so hardcore leftists that I couldn't and wasn't able to talk to them. Okay? And it is important to understand that there are these people out there, that there are a bunch of people who really don't give a crap about the United States of America. They don't care about peace, freedom, liberty, and security. All they care about is chaos, conquer, and divide, and enslave. That's all they care about. And this is all over the world. It's not just the United States of America. It's all over the world. So my view of hardcore leftists, the ones that would side with Lenin and Khrushchev and all those, and even Hitler, to me, these hardcore leftists, oh, and by the way, let me also insert this side note. Democratic, Socialist, Republican, Fascist, hardcore leftists, progressives, I'll call them that, progressives, that are leaning more to the right, to the left than the right, are against anything that the conservatives and the patriots of this nation really want. But the progressives of this nation have this weird sense of obligation to themselves only. And they say, well, we need to spread the wealth around. And as they do, they tax you upwards to 30% of that, and they take back their money in one form or another. I mean, think about it. Let me break this down for you for a second here. You go to the bank, you open up an account. You have $500 in that account. You just put this, Christmas money, whatever, vacation money, whatever, it's $500. And then let's say you get a little tight at one point in your, in your job or in your career or at home or something, and you want to borrow money. By the way, did you know that you can borrow money against what you put in that account. I think. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. I may have overlooked something. So basically what you're doing is you're borrowing money against the money you have without taking any money out, but they're charging you to borrow money against the money you already have in that bank. And then they will fine you fees and all of this because you didn't pay it on time, or you did this, or you did whatever. Yeah, I'm sure people here in the United States have had overdraft charges before. You know what I'm saying. Well, you got to be more financially fiscal and understand that you can only use what you make. Hey, I got that, genius. But have you considered variables? What ifs? So think about that one there, Einstein. I know how to handle my money. But I also know how reprehensible the banks are when it comes to taking your money. Okay? Yeah, in my life, since I've had a bank account, there's been a few times I've been overdrawn. I'm not going to lie. But what the point is that the banks steal money from you. Here's the larger picture of this. They loan money out from their banks or from their corporations who own the banks. They make an investment with that money and never give you a dime. It's your money, part of it, that they're loaning out. And whatever profit they make on their investments, that should come back to your account. Should it not? Any financial wizards out there that, can help me understand this a little bit better, because I may have overlooked a few things? American Liberty Radio at USA.com. American Liberty Radio at USA.com. So the finances of the United States of America is predicated on the fact that you make money. Somebody's making money. They're paying you. You're making money. You invest in or go out and buy or do things. And you see how the economy rolls on each day. We're currently sitting at, the United States of America, the U.S. national debt is currently sitting at $19.9 trillion. Yes, folks, T as in trouble. $19.9 trillion. We're not ever going to be able to pay that off ever in just our whole lifetime, folks. Currency and credit derivatives 2017 are up 605% to $639 trillion. No, wait. Scratch that. Let me correct myself. Yeah, that is $639 trillion. Derivatives, fake money, money pulled out of the politician's ass, monopoly money, fake money, figures they just throw out there. Okay? I mean, there you go, folks. U.S. debt held by foreign countries, $6 trillion. Uh-huh. Oh, and get this. Social Security liability, $16 trillion. What? So yeah, $16 trillion. In other words, your grandma, grandpa, and Social Security disability, yeah, there you go, liability. It's not an asset. You're not making any money off of that. And that's why I believe Social Security should be privatized, period, across the board. That way, your grandma and your grandpa or anybody on Social Security or anybody on Social Security disability can take that money and invest it in something and make money for themselves, period. Privatize Social Security. There you go. U.S. federal budget deficit. Yeah, we hear about that every once in a while, all right? U.S. federal budget deficit is $5.5 trillion. Now get this. Get this. $19.9 trillion debt. U.S. total interest paid, $2.4 trillion. See, we're not going to pay it off. U.S. federal spending, $3.9 trillion. Excuse me? Pardon me? Because the income, the U.S. federal tax revenue from you taxpayers out there in the United States, $3.3 trillion against a $19.9 trillion debt. Yeah, it's not going to get paid off, folks. Revenue per citizen, what you make. Revenue per citizen, $10,334. Revenue per taxpayer, $27,962. This is usdebtclock.org. You can go check that out yourself because I'm going to put that on American Liberty Radio podcast. Any countries out there listening to this show or this network and you hear this, go ahead and check your national debt. Find out what it is in your country. Okay? Now, there's tensions between President Trump and Attorney General Jeff Sessions. Sessions suggested he could resign amid rising tension with President Trump. Why is there tension? Why is there tension, folks? Why? Trump's anger over recusal has not diminished with time. As the White House braces for former FBI Director James Comey testimony Thursday, sources tell ABC News the relationship between President Donald Trump and Attorney General Jeff Sessions has become so tense that Sessions at one point recently even suggested he could resign. The friction between the two men stems from the Attorney General's abrupt decision in March to recuse himself from anything related to the Russia investigation, a decision the president only learned about minutes before Sessions announced it publicly. Multiple sources say the recusal is one of the top disappointments of his presidency so far, and one the president has remained fixated on. Trump's anger over the recusal has not diminished with time. Two sources close to the president say he has lashed out repeatedly at the Attorney General in private meetings, blaming the recusal for the expansion of the Russian investigation now overseen by special counsel and former FBI Director Robert Mueller. But sources say the frustration runs both ways, prompting the resignation offer from Sessions. After today, right, I'm going to say that it says read more, so I'm going to say this. After today, after the Comey testimony, give it 48 hours. Sessions will resign. If I'm wrong, okay, cool. I'm wrong. Point fingers, yell, scream, jump up and down. Yell all you want at me, but I'm telling you, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Give it 48 hours. Sessions will put in his resignation. So there you go. I just don't. I'm gonna. Oh God. I almost dread going here. We got to talk about the 800-pound gorilla in the room. We got to talk about the current position and the current wave of opposition against Trump in this country. We have to. It's the 800-pound gorilla in the room, and we have to talk about it because we can't overlook it, and we can't look around it, and we can't push that SOB out the way because it's right there. Okay? The opposition to President Trump is so immense and so full of holes, the methods and all of that they use to try to attack Trump. The lies, the deceit, you name it, everything, right? That's all there on the table, right? The gorilla is holding it, right? Anyway. We have people who literally and I say literally, cannot abolish their ignorance when it comes to President Donald Trump. They're going to continue to push and push and push and push this false, made-up, bullcrap narrative of Russia being involved in his election. It has already come out from multiple sources that it never happened. Period. Okay? That's number one. The number two item in the gorilla's arms is this. We have people in Washington, D.C. that are so sold out, bought and paid for by the deep state that they're going to push and push and push every single piece of fiction into the mainstream propaganda media to try to delude, or as they like to say, delegitimize Trump's presidency. Okay? Or are we on the same page here? Can we can we look at these things? And aside from that, we have another big issue that seems to be permeating its awful stench from the governmental indoctrination institutes around the country. The whiny pansy-ass safe space wanting millennials, and even those who are identifying as such, have this unbelievable smell of ignorance backed by the ACLU saying that if students who are patriots and have free speech and all of that, who support free speech and the Constitution and the Bill of Rights, anybody that's on these campuses of these governmental indoctrination institutes who have the right to say what they say, ever say anything against Bernie Sanders, socialism, Clintons, whatever, these people are completely racist. And the ACLU backs that, by the way. Notre Dame terrorist was given an award by the EU for complaining about racism against migrants. Hammer attack was a journalist in Sweden. The terrorist who attacked police officers with a hammer outside Notre Dame Cathedral in Paris yesterday was previously given an award by the European Union for writing an article in which he complained about the racism against migrants. We haven't had any hammer attacks here in the United States, but guess what? The same freaking thing is happening here on an intellectual basis. I was going to use a bad word. These students of socialism, indoctrinated with Saul Alinsky philosophies, on these governmental indoctrination institutes, have been pushing a false, fictional narrative against the rest of the students who know what is going on behind the scenes. Oh, let me give you a little history of these governmental indoctrination institutes. From elementary school to junior high, middle school, to high school, to community colleges, to grad schools, to universities, to you name it, they're all governmental indoctrination institutes funded by your tax dollars. All of them. There used to be schools that want to educate, reading, writing, arithmetic, sociology, history and all that, right? They wanted to teach this, and they wanted to do the right thing to help people understand what was going on, right? Starting with ABCs, 1, 2, 3, writing sentences. You remember that. Now it's all about, get this. Several months ago, I saw an article, and I heard Alex Jones talk about this as well. This is over a year ago now, if I remember correctly, where 5-year-olds in kindergarten, 5-year-olds, kindergarten, 5-year-olds, kindergarten, okay, you got that? Are learning about masturbation. Are learning, third graders, fourth graders, fifth graders, they're learning about same-sex relationships. You see what I'm saying here, folks? The governmental indoctrination institutes have literally gone to the lobbyists and the special interest groups, have pushed the politicians who support them in ways that they would sign bills into law, giving carte blanche to these governmental indoctrination institutes to teach your children that we the people, that we the patriots, that we the people who want peace, freedom, security, and liberty in this country are racist if we don't accept radical jihadist Muslim migrants here. And this is why I said earlier, I'm done with these jackasses. I'm done with the progressives who are both Democratic Socialist and Republican Fascist. I'm done with them. I'm done. I'm going to expose them for who they are. And we've already had several exposed. John McCain, Chuck Schumer, name them. Go down the line. I'm going to put this one up on American Liberty Radio podcast for you to take a look at. I'm going to mention something right now before the break to my friends and family, and I've passed the break by 2 minutes, but I'm going to go to break after this. Hey, it's my network. I can go to break whenever I feel like it. To all my friends and family in California, I want to tell you, pack up your stuff and get the hell out. I don't give one rip about what you think. Well, we'll stay here and fight, and we'll stay here and do what we have to. No. California as a state is completely and absolutely done. It is now a communist state run by a dictator named Jerry Brown. Get out, my friends and family. Pack your crap. Come up here to Montana. Go elsewhere. I don't care. I got a cousin in Texas. Go. Leave California. Leave California. There's no way that you're ever going to win the fight unless you cut the head off of the snake. Or close the borders if you don't want to be that, that harsh. Close the borders. Now California, see now, and I say this is just one of the nails in the coffin of California. There's many nails that have already shut California down. But, Trump pulled out of the Paris Climate Accord, which we didn't need to be in the first place. And now California, Governor Brown went over there to wherever the hell he went. Went to Paris, went to China, whatever he did. And he signed on to support the false information that we know as climate change. Governor Brown is a dictator, period, end of sentence, done. That's what he is. I remember, I'm old enough to remember when he was governor before. You know what? I may not go to break until the 40 mark. So hang on here. I'm old enough to remember when Jerry Brown was governor of California. I remember my mother telling me back then that his father was a total jerk. Did not know what the hell he was doing. Okay? Governor Brown supported unions in terms of or in regards to his own profits. In other words, padding his pocket. That wasn't, found out. That wasn't, there wasn't any evidence to support that, but with things that were going on through his governorship at the time, people were questioning that. And it wasn't just the unions, it was other things as well. He made deals to pad his own pocket. That's what he did. And he signed into this, when there was some bill or something that he put through. Somebody want to find out for me? Governor Brown signed something before he left office that said that he can have another term. Okay? Well, when Schwarzenegger left office, Governor Brown jumped in. There he is. And he took mayor of San Francisco, Gavin Newsom, with him to be lieutenant governor. Guess what? You want to talk about a double shot of communism right there. There you go. You can see the fall from where you stand. You can see the collapse of California from where you stand. You can see it. Those friends and family that I have in California can walk out of your house, go down the street, go downtown, go anywhere you want, and you will see California collapsing right before your eyes. I got a friend of mine who lives down in, I think, Los Angeles County or down there in that area. Dude, pack up and ship out, man. A friend of mine in California has packed up his house already. A friend of mine in Stockton, California, packed up his house already, and they're moving to Georgia to be near his kids and grandkids. Okay? I mean, folks, people are leaving California in droves and going elsewhere. Why? Because of the bull crap that's happening there. Just recently, in this past week, Governor Brown signed this thing that, $400 billion package of something that, I don't know what the hell he's going to do, but I can almost, with no evidence to back this up, tell you that a good, couple of $1 million is going to go in Governor Brown's pocket. I'm sure. So, California's done. California's history. California is a communist state now. It is no longer part of the United States of America. It is now a United State of California, which is basically a communist state. Anybody live in California listening to me, like in Mountain View, California, where my show was listened to? Silicon Valley was the innovative, resourceful area where people came to build upon the ideas and plans that they had for technology. And guess what? It has all now been used against them. It has been used against every technology company there. The taxes, the overregulation, you name it. Fill in the blanks, because it's been used against the technology companies that started in California. Anybody in Mountain View, California listening to this show, let me point something out to you. You get better tax breaks elsewhere. You get better facilities, better ways of doing things, much more, efficient in some areas if you move the hell out of California. Come up here to Montana. We need jobs. This is my day job, folks. This is what I do. But people around here need jobs. And if you have a tech company here in Billings, Montana, which is the largest city in Montana, we only have 1.06 million people in this. It's 1,060,000 people in this state. That's all we have. California has 39 million. Of course, you're going to have corruption, in places, but we have over 1 million people here. That's it. And Billings, Montana is the biggest city in Montana. So come on up here, people in Mountain View, California. Open up your tech companies up here. They'll give you a break, I'm sure. Talk to them. Discuss it. Hey, folks, I'll be back right after this. Don't go away, because I'll be back in 3 minutes and 20 seconds. American Liberty Radio Network. Listener-supported online patriotic radio. With the new year upon us, the truth will be seen as fake news, and the lies from the propagandists of the mainstream media will forever be in the minds of those who have been indoctrinated with their disinformation. Your support of alternative and independent media is vitally important to the continuance of our freedom of speech and expression. It is very crucial that you consider supporting other media options. American Liberty Radio Network is supported by listeners. If you are a local business, consider supporting independent online patriotic radio with your advertising dollars as well. There are two options for you. One, you could advertise your product or service with us, or you can donate to the network. Consider contributing to independent media today. Consider American Liberty Radio Network. Contact us at AmericanLibertyRadio@USA.com or go to our website at AmericanLibertyRadio.com.
There's a show that's not afraid to ask questions no one else will ask. Not afraid to say
what no one else will say.
Friday nights at 7 p.m. Listen to Restricted Airspace with Tina Marie, where no topic is off limits. Conspiracy theories, paranormal activity, hoaxes, the unexplained. It's what we talk about. Question everything. Trust no one. Restricted Airspace with Tina Marie. Friday at 7 p.m. on the KCOR Digital Radio Network out of Las Vegas, Nevada.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Distorted Reality. I am your host, Nick Tucker, and I welcome you to the broadcast.
Distorted Reality with Nick Tucker. DistortedReality.podbean.com and Distorted Reality with Nick Tucker on American Liberty Radio Network. We the people have the power, for we are America. American Liberty Radio Network. AmericanLibertyRadio.com.
Television is a circus, a carnival, a traveling troupe of acrobats, storytellers, dancers, singers, jugglers, sideshow freaks, lion tamers, and football players. We're in the boredom-killing business. I want you to get up right now and go to the window, open it, and stick your head out and yell, "I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore!"
American Liberty Radio Network. AmericanLibertyRadio.com. Hey folks, how you doing? This is American Liberty Radio Network on Spreaker.com and AmericanLibertyRadio.com or AmericanLibertyRadio.weebly.com. The music you're hearing is from Silent Partner, Fire Breather. Yeah, Fire Breather by Silent Partner. You can find that on YouTube, by the way, if you go in and, go into the video manager, you go into create, and you got a bunch of music there. Yeah, it's there. It's all free music from, or I should say it's music that you can use on YouTube, that YouTube allows you to use. So it's on there. That's Fire Breather by Silent Partner. You can look them up, too. I don't know where they're at. I haven't even found any of their CDs yet, although I haven't looked all that intently. Let me go to let me go here. I'm going to CD Baby to see if I can find them. I don't know where to find them, so I don't know. I don't know. But that's not a place I want to go. CD Baby. It doesn't show, anything at that point. But anyway. Anywho. How you doing? You doing good on this 7th of June there? Hey, 2017. Don't rattle my cage, all right? Anyway, folks, hey, I got a little shameless self-promotion. If you need some voiceover work done, you got some ads, you got some stuff that you want done, hey, send me an email. Let me know, man, because, hey, I'm for hire, man. Voiceovers, I can do those. Let me know. Yeah. You got some ads, you got some stuff that you want to do, some liners, some bumps, some whatever. Hey, I can take care of that for you, Dave, all right? I'll make you a deal, all right? Anywho, you can email me right here at the network at AmericanLibertyRadio@USA.com. AmericanLibertyRadio@USA.com. Yes, looking forward to working with you. Yeah, folks. There's so many things going on that I cannot really put into 1 hour. The whole insanity of what Washington, D.C., the deep state is doing. Congressman starts impeachment process against President Trump. Dems begin coup initiated by the deep state. 7th June 2017, Infowars.com. Texas, get this. Texas Democrat. Told you, Democratic Socialist, all those on the left side of the progressive aisle, along with the Republicans. Texas Democrat Representative Al Green says he's drafting, quote, articles of impeachment, unquote, against President Donald Trump, according to AL.com. Green took to the House floor last month to call for the impeachment of President Trump for what he said was obstruction of justice in connection to the firing of FBI Chief James Comey, who was investigating ties between Trump's presidential campaign and Russia. Comey is set to testify tomorrow, before a Senate committee on his interactions with Trump. Quote, the facts are simple and indisputable. The president fired the FBI director because the director was investigating the president's campaign connections to Russia, interference in the presidential election, unquote. Green said in a statement, quote, this is obstruction of justice, unquote. I'm going to put that on the podcast Facebook page. Let me just say this right now. Many people have looked into this on every angle, from every angle, with, the goal of finding the truth and the facts. Guess what? Russia had nothing to do with the election of President Donald Trump. Thank you very much. Shut the hell up. You want to talk about obstruction of justice? How about firing Al Green's ass, the Democrat from Texas? How about firing his ass? Because, hey, Texas, hello, I'm up here in Montana, and I know what's going on in your state. Fire that jackass. Because he's lying through his teeth, because he's a Democrat. He's a Democratic Socialist. He's this. I can go down the list. But I won't. I'm going to sum it up by one title for all of them. Progressive. Progressive. Saul Alinsky philosophies. Progressive. Cloward and Piven philosophies. Progressive. So shut the hell up and fire this asshole. There is no evidence at all. And there is none to say, to put out there to say that Donald Trump had any influence or help from the Russians. So shut your damn mouth, you leftist. You don't know what the hell you're talking about. You pieces of crap. Yes, I called you pieces of crap. What are you going to do? Come up to Montana. We'll meet. We'll talk. I'll buy you coffee. Shut the hell up. Comey wanted to investigate Donald Trump's, campaign. Well, get this here, progressives. Jerome Corsi, 7th of June, 2017. Comey lied to Congress about NSA mass surveillance of U.S. citizens. Citizens include Donald Trump and Alex Jones. Washington, D.C., the decision of a federal court to take the case of former contractor Dennis Montgomery advances the story InfoWars reported in March that the National Security Agency illegally conducted surveillance of potentially millions of citizens for years with a database that suggests both Donald J. Trump and Alex Jones were under unauthorized government monitoring. On Tuesday, Circa, CIRCA.com reported the federal district judge who has already ruled that some of the NSA's data collection on American citizens violates the U.S. Constitution's Fourth Amendment, agreeing to hear the case of Montgomery, a contract officer turned whistleblower who gave the FBI 47 hard drives of highly classified documents. Circa.com further reported on Tuesday that FBI agents interviewed Montgomery on videotape for several hours and collected the hard drives. On May 4th, 2017, they reported that the Obama administration, in President Obama's final year in office, quote, significantly expanded efforts to search NSA intercepts for information about Americans, distributing thousands of intelligence reports across government with the redacted names of U.S. residents during the midst of a divisive 2016 presidential election, unquote. As Infowars.com reported in March, Montgomery first turned over files from the 47 hard drives in 2013 to Sheriff Arpaio in Maricopa County, Arizona, who at that time was conducting a cold case posse investigation into the authenticity of the computer birth certificate Barack Obama made public on April 11, 2011. Michael Zullo, formerly the Commander-in-Chief Investigator of Cold Case Posse, a special investigative group created in 2006 in the office of Joseph M. Arpaio, formerly the Sheriff of Maricopa County, and an Arizona state-certified law enforcement agency headquartered in Phoenix, Arizona, provided the database to Infowars.com. The electronic surveillance database provided by Zullo by Montgomery in 2013 was apparently created by the NSA as part of the NSA's illegal and unconstitutional Project Dragnet electronic surveillance of U.S. citizens, first revealed by news reports published in 2005, as further documented by the revelations of whistleblower Edward Snowden in 2013. There's a lot going on in this article, folks. Comey lied, period, end of sentence. Everything that he says from this point on should be null and void. Okay, period. So the Democrat representative in Texas, Mr. Al Green, shut your damn mouth. You have nothing to say because all of it is based upon lies. Yes, I said it. What are you going to do? Huh? What are you going to do? I got the First Amendment behind me, and I'm going to say whatever I want to say. So you don't like it? I don't care. Put up or shut up. You ain't got nothing. That's just the way it is. Mama didn't raise no fool, and I'll be damned if somebody's going to sit there and perpetuate bullcrap lies when all I got to say is two words. Prove it. My response is two words. You cannot. That's it. Done. Done. By the way, this whole story about Democrat representative in Texas, Al Green, is going to go away within about 72 to 96 hours. Yeah, it's going to go away because everybody knows that are on the side of independent and alternative media who knows the truth and the facts and all of that. They know that he's lying through his teeth. So it's going to go away within about a week. So, yeah. So I'm not even worried about it. Not even worried about it. As I said before in the first segment, yes, Jerome Corsi does say, confirmed, Comey planted inside FBI as Clinton fixer. He's a Clinton supporter. He's in the Clinton cabal. That's bottom line. I mean, that's it. So there you go. Nothing he says is going to be accurate and factual, period. Anybody that wants to say that Russia had anything to do with our 2016 presidential election is basically is a fool. Basically is a fool. It is, like I said before, it's there's no evidence whatsoever that has ever said that Russia had anything to do with our 2016 presidential election. There's no evidence for it. None whatsoever. Now, I know somebody's going to probably yell at their computer screen and say, well, why don't you prove it? Well, it's already been proven. It's already out there. How the hell do you think I know it's, a false narrative? Because it's already out there. I don't have to prove anything. It's already out there. You just open your damn eyes and look at what's out there. I may go into overdrive, folks. I don't know yet. I have no idea. Probably not, because I have things to do inside the studio. I got other things I do here at American Liberty Radio Network, New West Radio Productions. I got a lot to do. So you know what? I'm going to wrap this up. And say this, that if you have any questions, comments, concerns, hey, you want to tell me to piss off? That's okay, too. Email me at AmericanLibertyRadio@USA.com, AmericanLibertyRadio@USA.com, or go to American Liberty Radio Podcast, American Liberty Radio Podcast on Facebook, and send me a message there if you'd like. I'm also at American Liberty Radio on gab.ai, and you can go there as well. I don't put too much on there as of yet, but I will. You can also Twitter me at Real Wayne S. Pierce or Real W.S. Pierce. Either one of those will work. Real W.S. Pierce, P-I-E-R-C-E. Talk to me, folks, because I want to hear from you. Even especially those people overseas in Slovenia, where I'm being heard. Yes, Slovenia of all places, and all you folks in Istanbul, Turkey. Hello, So email me. Let me know what's going on over there. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. You guys rock, and thank you for subscribing, liking, and sharing the video on YouTube where this goes, and I appreciate that very much. You can drop a comment down there in the video as well. So thank you. Appreciate that. Folks, I love coming to you every day telling you what's going on and who's behind the curtain pushing the buttons and pulling the handles. So if you like this show, please consider contributing. Drop $1 in the kitty to help keep the lights on around here. Go to AmericanLibertyRadio.com. Go to the sponsors page and become a patron. There it is. Big red link right there. Become a patron. Drop $1 in the kitty and, we'll go from there. Folks, you guys rock, man. Have a great day. Have a great rest of your week, and I'll talk to you tomorrow on American Liberty Radio Network, sharing the truth one fact at a time without all the BS.